Alright, so today I decided to platinum UFC 6. If you somehow don't know what UFC is, it's basically a sport where sweaty men and women hug each other aggressively until somebody either can't breathe anymore, breaks a limb, or they throw Pokeballs at each other. I'm not a pretty big UFC fan in real life, but who doesn't enjoy watching people beat the fuck out of each other? Now luckily, UFC 6 only has 42 trophies including the platinum, which sounds easy. Until you realize one of those trophies ended up being one of the most grindiest and mind-numbingly boring trophies I've ever had to get. But we'll get to that later. Anyway, we get our first trophy literally as soon as we open up the game and finish creating our custom character. So naturally, we throw our guy straight into my career. Now I thought my career would actually have some kind of story this year, but apparently my legacy stole all of that, because this mode basically turned into training, fighting, and repeat. But at least the trophies started rolling in. Early on, we unlocked Kick of Fury for dealing over half of damage to an opponent's head, and honestly I wasn't even trying to do that. Then immediately after knocking that dude out, the game throws 2 trophies at me, right after the fight. A little later, we get another trophy for hyping ourselves up on social media, because apparently my fighter needed a PR team before he needed cardio. Then I kid you not, maybe 5 minutes later, we unlock every sparring type and upgrade a move for 2 more trophies. At this point I was starting to realize this platinum was either gonna be incredibly easy or incredibly stupid. Then some dude challenged me, and I absolutely flattened him in under 1 minute for the trophy in a hurry. And in our very next fight, we get 2 more trophies yet again for winning a fight in flow state, which is basically just a temporary buff you get for nailing your fist into an opponent's face enough. But anyway, we get the trophies in the zone and specialist after that fight. Then because your boy was locked in chasing the UFC title, we spent every single day in the gym and grabbed Gym Rat. Next we complete a coach challenge for the trophy Never Gonna Let You Down. Then during sparring, I accidentally beat my training partner hard enough to earn the trophy One Punch Power, which probably wasn't great for team morale. By now, the grind was getting stale, so I simulated a drill for the trophy skipping class. Then another fight offer came in, and because my confidence was sky high, I booked a 1-week training camp and unlocked the trophy I Want More Sleep, which honestly might have been the most relatable trophy in this game. A few fights later, your boy officially became a millionaire. Then later, we hit multi-millionaire. Then because apparently being rich wasn't enough, we pushed all the way to Titan status. Somewhere in between all that, we also unlocked Flow Interrupted by stunning a guy while he was in flow state. Then finally, title fight. Round 1, we soften him up with some nasty kicks and get him bleeding. Then in round 2, we knock him the fuck out. And just like that, we became the UFC champion and unlocked another trophy, Crown Champion. That basically wraps up my career. We got a couple trophies out of it, but honestly, the mode itself was kinda dog shit this year. No real story, too much repetitive training, and after a while, it felt more like a checklist than a my career mode. But unfortunately, the grind was only getting started. Then hopping into some online matches with my cousin, we get the trophy Strike While the Iron's Hot. Then because the servers were absolute pile of dog shit, we couldn't even fully load into matches properly. But somehow, because he kept leaving, the game decided that counted and gave us hat trick. I mean, I'll take it. Then we get another trophy for completing 5 consecutive fights without going to the ground. For the trophy, not bedtime yet, but honestly, I'd rather sleep than play another minute of this game. But we pushed through and submitted my cousin for the trophy Tap, Snap, or Nap. Then I jumped into an online match with a random for the trophy Hammer Time. And for some reason, my dumbass thought it was a good idea to go for the longest, grindiest trophy in this game, which literally took me days of punching bots over and over again, with the occasional online matches in between. I legit started gambling in the background just to stay sane during this horrible grind. That trophy wants you to get one of your fighters to level 99 through the gym mechanic, which is basically where you put your fighters into training for XP, which doesn't sound too bad until you realize you only get 30 XP per fight. It literally felt like booting up an MMO and killing level 1 mobs on repeat. Anyway, after 2 days of grinding, we finally get the trophy, and another one on top of that. So it's time to hop into the actual story mode of the game, and all the trophies locked behind there. As we load in, we meet our boy Chris, who's stuck living in his father's shadow. Man's getting asked questions by interviewers till the game hits us with an Uno reverse and sends us back in time to an underground fight, which is where we get our next trophy. Then after that fight, coach pulls us aside and basically tells me to drop by the gym tomorrow. So we head down to the gym where we meet Danny, coach basically sits us down and tells us he's gonna make us both into champions, and I'm like, bet. So a short training montage later, and we get offered a WFA title fight. Danny gets mad jealous and dips to the bar. At the bar, he meets some dickhead, which punches coach right in the face, and we ain't gonna let that slide. So we fuck up the guy at the bar and we get our next trophy. Then after all that, we all meet up at the gym again, where coach throws Danny off the team. But hey, it is what it is. So we go on ahead and win the WFA title and sign to the UFC for our next 2 trophies. Then after signing into the UFC, Danny starts up some Twitter beef, so now coach sends me to whoop his ass. So I accept his fight offer, and we get another trophy. Then the game puts us back into the interview from the start of the game, where I end up dissing Danny. He wasn't too happy about that, so he meets me at the casino, where I proceed to whoop his ass for the trophy all bets on red. Then finally, we get to fight Danny in the cage, and after whooping his ass, I get the option to forgive him or not. At first I said I forgive him, so I get a trophy. But we instantly reload the game, whoop his ass for the second time, and this time we say no for yet another trophy. Danny wasn't too happy about that, so he spat on my feet. Like, my bad, bro. But after that fight, we get our last 2 trophies related to this game mode. Then we hopped into Hall of Legends for our last trophies. We got the trophy for interacting with a monkey on the island, which is supposed to give us some details about the UFC, but at this point I couldn't have cared less, but we got the trophy. Then as Max Holloway, we get our next trophy for completing a fight in any museum. Then finally, after doing all the challenges within this game mode, we finally unlock our last trophy, and then the platinum. Honestly, I hated this game way more than I thought. This game has some insanely slow menus, a horrible grindy trophy, and personally the gameplay is just not for me. It was extremely slow, and sometimes felt RNG. Honestly, this game's just dog shit. And if you made it this far, I appreciate you all for watching.